Good evening, everybody. Matt Geary here for Geek Pride's Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign, The Legend of Our Sacrifice. With us tonight, we have Michael as Tharaval.
Evening, everyone.
We have Wes as Valashil Nostius.
Good evening, everyone.
We have Dave as Thomas Moonstar.
Evening all.
We have Pete as Draken.
Good evening.
And Mark will be turning up soon.
In about 5 minutes.
In about 5 minutes, Mark should be here. And unfortunately, Danny, her son, her new baby's just had a few few problems and stuff, so she can't make it tonight. But should hopefully be back next week. Right. Okay. So we were meant to have done some downtime stuff, but we were all being a bit lazy, I think, so we didn't. So what this session is going to be is basically working out what you guys are going to be doing about the whole Kiberath situation. For everybody who's watching, you've got effectively a build-up of cultist forces. Hey, Willow Alex, a song. Evening all, he says. We've got a build-up of cultists within Kiberath, which is the island to the south of Balon. So Balon's the central one here, for all of you who are watching at home. In fact, have I got... I can show you this one for the people at home. So Balon's the pink one here, and Kiberath is this here. So there's a build-up there. You've got a group of delegates who want to leave. You want to try and help because you want to be able to get some sort of help from them to obviously deal with this situation. But you've got to figure out how you're going to do that, bearing in mind that you don't really know much about what's happening around Balon or Kiberath. You're aware that Triarch Taunt has gone missing, potentially being used as bait. You're not sure. And basically today is just going to be you guys formulating a plan, deciding what you're going to do about this situation. And that's that. So we'll say you're back in the hotel. You're sitting at a big table with Lady Taunt. There's a map on the table, and go basically.
We need information. We do not know enough about what is going on in this realm. We need more information. We need it now. And I say we hit the head of this cultist, pointing at the prisoner. Find the man he reports to, and beat him for information.
Have we clarified that the prisoner has given us all the information that he's going to give us?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't want you sort of kind of getting too much on with that. He's not going to be able to give you much more. He's not exactly a He was just a sort of like a foot soldier and stuff. He's not going to have everything and stuff. And he's given you pretty much everything he'll know.
But his superiors will know more.
Yeah, but we don't have his superiors.
But
We
he
have the
knows where they
person.
are.
Not yet.
Yeah, you did in Kiberath.
Yeah,
But no, he reported someone here, didn't he?
he was waiting to get on a ship to go back to Kiberath. But if that's the lead you're talking about,
Oh
So
yeah,
got
what was the name? What was the name?
He was called Temple. What the hell is that in the background? What have you
It's completely the wrong button. No.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Hold on,
Oops.
let me fix that.
went into the wrong folder, eh?
Yeah.
Slightly.
He was called Temple Smith.
Yeah, so where
have you gone?
do we know where Temple Smith is?
I think he gave us the location, if I'm remembering correctly.
Well, he said he was at the docks.
Okay, let's go and find Temple Smith. And
So
If anything, that's our way into Kibarath to do scouting, or to at least do the sabotage mission. I don't know what information we'll get
fixed
from
I
them.
think basically we want to send a couple of people to find Templesmith and question him and get information. Also, I'd suggest that we take a trip to the library and maybe do some research on like Kibarath itself, to maybe find more detailed maps or plans or any sort of information about the actual, if there's any sort of, I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of fortress or castle or something like that there, but anything that will give us more about the geography of the actual island itself, which means we could maybe find passages and things like that might make make sort of sneaking in a bit easier.
Okay.
We are not ready yet for. Sorry, we are not ready yet for assaulting Kibarath as much as I would like to.
That's why I want to find more information about them.
Okay, so how are you splitting yourself? What are you going to do?
Are we assuming that we still have Galandra with us?
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Well, I suppose if we're doing investigation and things like that, then it's probably Thomas would probably be needed for reading books and things like that.
We want to let Thomas near books, so they tend to try and kiss him.
Yeah, here he is. Here he is.
As for maybe finding Silversmith?
Templesmith.
Templesmith.
Templesmith, finding him and getting a bit of information out of him. Potentially the Intimidators?
That'd be me and Draken then.
And then Wes and Galandra split either way, or I don't know.
I'll probably follow the lead on Templesmith.
Let me just sort of let me move people around because Mark's now in. Is Dave? Are you there? You back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Has it been a new day?
Yeah. Well, it's sort of the afternoon because you've done the thing where you've had your breakfast and then
Okay.
it's that.
Am I allowed to choose my spell?
Yes.
For my
Yes.
sphere? Okay, right. I choose Zone of Truth.
Nice.
That's handy.
Okay. Yep.
Uh,
I don't actually know how to add it to my list unless I do it manually. Which I
just
can
if you
do.
know if you know what it is and stuff. Just
Yeah, that's fine.
let me just sort of stick Dave back on the McGibbons wherever he is. Is he? Oh, it's background. Ah, there he is. Because Michael was over top of him. That's why. Okay.
I was not.
What you said last night.
Oh. Right. Okay. Good. Okay. So, Mark, aka Lance, are you aware of what they're up to and what's happening and stuff? By the way, or
No, because someone was supposed to be getting me caught up during the week, and he never quite got around to it.
You never reminded me.
Right. So, basically, what we've got is after your little interrogation of the cultist, Galandra's here, by the way, so she's back. She's with you. You've basically found out there's a fella called Templesmith who's apparently was going to give a boat to these cultists to get back to Kibarath. You've got some signals that you found on the cultists themselves for the passage back on the boats. You've being told that the delegates basically want to leave, and you're hoping you can use some of the delegates to get some more, some help. Now, there was a view of maybe sending some back and not the rest, but Lady Taunt basically said, look, if you send one back and not the rest, they're all going to kick off, and that's going to cause problems for the agreements that I've made about sending men to the front lines in the war in the south and the southeast. So it's basically a case of you have to try and find a way of getting them all home without potentially getting them sunk, or attacked or captured. You know that Triarch Taunt is alive. So Val talked to the old man, and he's basically the old man, aka Bahamut, and has sort of been told that he is alive, but Bahamut's power in this area is dwindling, so he can't really help very much. He just says that if Slakrathel rises, that and Balon falls, then the whole of Freya is going to go as well, basically.
No pressure.
Yeah. And he says that you find out obviously that Salden's sister, whose name I always forget and stuff, but basically Saravel's wife is captured and currently in Kibarath, and so is Triarch Taunt. The idea for what that were sort of kind of thrown around in the last session was that some of them would go to carry a rescue mission, not a full-on assault, but then maybe sort of kind of try and destroy any potential fleet that was in harbor, and then escape, and then that would give them time to sort of build up and then take on the fort properly after that. So that's kind of pretty much where you are. It's sort of like, how are you going to get the delegates home? How are you going to enact your sort of? Are you going to try and find the captives? Are you going to do a sabotage mission? What's your plan? How are you going to go about it?
Interesting. So am I allowed to utter those magic words? Don't split the damn party.
Late.
Oops.
Just a thought.
We need information about Kibarath.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should Thomas should hit the books. We should speak to Temple Smith. See what we learn from both. Then formulate a plan from our information.
Trying to think. I'm just not sure of this. Can somebody just check the stream here? Because I'm not sure if it's.
Yeah, it's not on YouTube.
It's not on
It's
YouTube.
okay.
No,
I
it's
think
failed
it's
on
okay
YouTube.
Facebook.
Oh
I'm
no, it's
looking
just
over.
come back. It's just come back
Is it on YouTube or it's not on?
on YouTube.
Yeah.
And on
I-
Facebook.
I can't look on Facebook.
Okay.
Well, no, you
Is that-
can't, but I am looking at it at the moment.
Okay. So at
Yeah,
least
it's fine.
yeah. Okay, it's there. Okay. It's just it dropped. It's a thing. Okay. Right. So yeah, so you've got multiple things to do. Intel is obviously important. Willow says split the party. It will be fine. So you've got to find some intel, which is obviously probably one of your first ports of call. There may be things you can do to help that situation. So you've got to literally rescue people, do intel, rescue some people, potentially sabotage a fleet, and then think about an actual sort of naval invasion, effectively, a landing in Kibarath.
Well, we also have to, figure out how we're going to get the delegates from the island to their significant or their relevant sort of areas and things
I
like that.
thought that was the point of the sabotage, was to prevent them being attacked while they went to those areas.
Oh, right, okay.
Or to distract anyway.
But then we also need a plan B in case the sabotage does not go ahead, or there's. So we could have a plan B.
Catapult and Draken?
Should we put out like fake shipping manifests and like send just out a random boat with no one actually on it?
They might notice it's not sailing in the right direction.
I mean,
I say for now we're probably best getting some more information because I think at the minute we don't really have enough to go on.
yeah.
We can go in blind, but
Yeah,
We'll end up-
Doesn't tend to work out well for people.
the question is whether it's us people or them people.
let's not do a Draken.
What's wrong with that?
Right, I think we should, like I said, go and I keep on forgetting his name. Templesmith.
Templesmith is the name that you've been
Right,
given.
Templesmith. We find him, get some information out of him, and library, and get some information out of the. Let's threaten some books.
Can I
That'll
suggest,
learn.
given the whole morality thing, that our pet paladin plays bodyguard for the magician?
I think
'Cause
it'd
what
be
he
better
doesn't
off me going to interrogate Templesmith.
Given what Draken had to prevent
Yeah.
the paladin from doing,
Might I
we are
suggest that
talking.
from a morality standpoint, you have issues about certain things that sometimes are necessary, and we don't.
Oh
want to put you in an
no, I
awkward
fully
position.
get that in regards to
and Draken
cultists though.
doesn't.
Hmm. Yeah, we've
I
had
wanted
that
to
one before.
burn the soul from one of the cultists previously, so
But that's the other problem. It's a bit hard to talk to someone properly. If
yeah,
you
we'll
burn
be able
their
to
soul.
talk to them.
No, it's
And-
not.
Yeah, we can
It
do that
depends.
afterwards.
Can we raise them and talk to them if you've burnt their soul out?
As long as they've got a mouth. That's all it says.
Oh,
Be
okay. In
thorough.
the event that they die and you want to raise them, I get you.
Yes.
Okay.
It took a little while, but you did get
Yeah,
there.
I got there in the end. I thought you were just on about how you were going to treat him. I was going, I'll join in.
But it is how we're going to treat him. It's just
It's how we're going
At
to
which
treat him
stage?
once you're done with him.
it's a certain stage in the conversation you're a bit squeamish about.
Ah,
Okay, so is everybody going here, or are you splitting yourselves up to
Yeah,
do things?
I think we'll all go together because we're more effective together, and also we split the party, which kind of, let's keep
Plus,
together.
Matt likes to ambush us when we split the party.
Yeah,
True, but
Well,
Can I just say that out
harder
loud?
from time to time.
I'm
Had
just
lots
saying.
of fun last time we split the party. We got a ship.
You do. You have the ship. You have
sometimes we just end up ambushing ourselves, though.
you. Okay, so you're all leaving. Lady Taunt wants to know where you're going and what you're doing.
We
Lots of planning.
we're off to seek a little bit of extra intelligence so that we can direct our efforts to keep the delegates alive and get them back home, and get your father back. So rather than rushing, we're going to take a brief moment to follow up on the leads we've got, and make sure that when we act, we do as much damage to them as possible, and as little to us.
Okay. All right.
Library or dude?
Library first, because it might bring us up some questions that we can use.
Okay, so what exactly you're going to the library in Taunt?
Yep.
So what exactly are you looking for? So you've made your way to the library. What is
Information
it?
on Kiberath would be
Yeah,
a
I
good
think-
start.
Yeah, so we
Well,
want
Kiberath and
information.
Temple Smith if we can.
You're gonna
If-
find. So what sort
Probably
of?
not going to find much on the man
So-
himself, but on Kiberath and on its. I mean, given
maybe
how
if-
Matt tends to play these things, we're probably going to find the history in like a 100-year-old map, but nothing that's actually relevant to what we're doing today.
The thing is, the history might have. If you've got the history of it, then you might have some sort of, like you said, like some sort of geography of it that might have
Yep.
be some use. The other
We
thing I
also
was
want
actually
to know
going
about currents as well to see if there's
the other thing I was
dominant.
actually going to suggest was looking up other potential like flag signals for say the likes of enemy ships or something like that to possibly use.
We already
Again,
have
I don't
those
know.
anyway.
No, we've got signals for how to get through. Do we not?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I figured
Just-
they were using a signal system and they relayed that to us when we interrogated him.
What if we just got a couple of signals for certain things here, Matt? Or
You've got a signal basically to get
Oh.
you. You've got what signal you need to raise, which you assume is going to get you through the blockade, any sort of potential blockade or raiders or anything like that. So it's basically a friend sign as you go past.
right? Okay.
Right,
So
issues.
is it worth researching other flag signals for other things, or again just a
It's-
suggestion?
It's probably going to be a cipher of some sort, and if we don't know, we could end up making ourselves quite obviously not.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Okay,
If we
right.
focus
Well, I
on
think
what we do know.
we get some history of Kibarath and some extra geography of it, or basically whatever information we can find.
Okay. All right. So are you all sort of looking together in the same area? How are you going about this?
Um,
I'm
We're-
quite happy to take the lead if
Yeah.
if you guys want to just sit and take in the musty air while I'm in my element.
Don't
so
hire the
it's going to
librarian.
be investigate. I'm assuming we're going to be using investigation to actually find something,
Well, we
and
can
then
all kind of support and help you.
yeah. But
Don't we
what I mean
have-
is, we want
don't I have a
investigation rules
librarian
for
that owes
actually
me a favour?
finding.
Don't I have a librarian that I've made friends with that owes me a few favours, and I owe her a few?
Oh, you did talk
From
to the
memory.
librarian, didn't you? Yeah,
Yes.
you did. Yep.
So maybe while you're looking, I can go and have a chat with her and see if she can help.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you go off to the librarian, who is very happy to see you. She asks what she can do for you.
We're in the middle of doing some research because we have a challenge over on the Isle of Kibarath that we need to sort out. There's some issues with piracy, and obviously, being an island, piracy is not a good thing in terms of exports and imports. So we have been asked to see if we can take care of the problem, but obviously that requires, being a smaller group, that we need to know the lie of the land that we're going to and any possible options we can use to tilt the scales in our favour. So I was wondering if you knew of anything in terms of maybe historical tales around that area that might give us some insights or information about, the area itself.
Okay,
the
yeah. So
geography.
she points you to the to two areas. You've got the geographical area, which has sort of maps of maps of Freya. And then you have the historical area, which is sort of the tales of the history of the Empire, the Kyrelian Empire, and more specifically the fall of Kibarath. So she says it's sort of like she gives you the reference number for it, as they have in books, and sort of sends you off.
Okay,
Might I suggest then that I take the history and perhaps Tharavel take the geography?
No problems. Might I suggest that I give Tharavel a hand with the geography side of things, and
I need somebody with intelligence because I'm severely lacking.
that's me out then.
Gonna help.
Yeah,
And we've got Galandra as well, actually, don't we?
Yeah.
that's a good point. Yeah,
Yes, you got her.
so
If you want
maybe if Galandra comes along as well, we can try and puzzle stuff out between us.
Can't actually see her stat block thing.
bear with me 1 minute. So
You can only see her bio and info.
let me see.
Hmm.
Galandra. Go to players. No, Can be edited and controlled by all players. Should be able to see it now, I think.
Yeah, it's just loading, I think.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
A little bit better than us. Well, a little bit better than me, anyway.
So who's going to which part?
I think Tharaval, Lance, Galandra are going to the geography part.
Maybe Draken would enjoy helping with the history.
Okay.
Wes,
So roll me an investigation. Again, you can have advantage on it for both areas.
Be better rolling with Galandra.
that sounds a good idea.
Okay, so Thomas, you find what you're looking for. Who's rolling?
I can't seem to. I can open the Galandra thing, but it's not actually loading up for some reason. It's just
No, I've got the same. It's just the Roll20 animated icon.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm in Glandra.
I've got it.
Yeah, just
I
roll.
beg your pardon. Until and Danny.
Investigation, yeah.
Yep.
And if it goes wrong, we can blame Danny.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And that,
little bit wrong.
what part was she looking at?
Geography.
Okay. So you've basically all you've got is effectively the map you can see in front of you at this moment in time.
If
It's a newish
the
map.
librarian gave us a reference, could we get a reroll on that?
She
If
gave you
me a
the
reference.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'll let Draken do that one.
What do you want me to do, sorry?
Just roll the investigation for Galandra, because I think I'm
Okay.
tainted.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you find sort of like you find old maps, stuff. But you find a sort of you find some older maps that show Kibarath in its sort of its former glory. It shows. I'll have to draw this onto this map actually and stuff, but. Zoom in here. Ooh. So it shows, if I can get this, you've basically got this area here is was a quite well fortified citadel. You had over here was a smaller sort of encampment for the sort of the sentries and for the workers who worked in the mines of Kibarath. There was allegedly, I suppose this is sort of tying in for the history side of things. Allegedly, relics that could have been found within Kibarath itself. You have a fortified harbor system with quite a nice sort of open water quay in the sort of east of the island. The rest of the island is quite rocky. There's not a lot of harborage within it. There's sort of a few sort of you see sort of like a small one here and a small one sort of kind of down there at the bottom. But the main sort of harborage anchorage is this inlet here on the eastern side. As it is, comparing it to the newer maps, The newer maps have these as ruins, and it's the ruins of Kibarath. So there's no sort of kind of no mention of like full fortifications or anything. The history book that Thomas has sort of says that a lot of it was razed during the Civil War, and there was is it going to say that there was rumors of ill creatures and beasts that roamed the area, and so it was abandoned, even by the Balinese when they seceded from the Empire.
On the newer maps, are both the smaller landing areas indicated, or
the newer maps, it doesn't show you those, no.
So, in terms of landing, my suggestion would probably be to go for the one at the northwest and cross into the bigger camp, and then we can cut up if necessary. Because if the other end of the landing is a bigger open harbour, they're more likely to be using that themselves, because that would be, if they've got enough ships captured and things like that, they're going to want somewhere they can keep them safe.
Surely that's where we're trying to get to sabotage.
But we don't want. If we come in through the front door, that's where they're going.
Oh no, yeah, I agree with that, but my only issue with that is that you then have to travel the whole way from one side of the island to the other. And we don't really know anything about patrols or anything like that. Whereas if you go in from the south side, you've got less distance to travel. I'm assuming there's quite large sort of cliffed areas off around that.
I thought it was more that if we go west around the island, though, we've got a much shorter path to get to that landing area, and we know they're patrolling.
Do we have any maps of
Currents?
ocean tides? Currents.
Yeah, well, oh god, tides and stuff.
You want naval battles? I'm giving you naval battles.
Yeah.
Okay.
I even asked about currents earlier on. When
Yeah, currents.
Stuff,
okay. God, I haven't thought about currents. I haven't even thought about currents.
Not.
I don't know what that's gonna come. Whatever. I don't know. Let's just say they're in your favor.
Excellent. Thank you.
Let's just say they're in your favor. That's mixed.
So basically, could we assume there's a westerly current towards the eastern tip of the island?
So the currents are coming from west. Yeah. Why
The
not?
east. Okay. So I suggest we.
Well, that being said.
No.
Listen. Before you start, we've established that Triarch Taunt came all the way down this way. So if the currents was going in the opposite direction, he wouldn't. So I'm assuming it's going the opposite direction, because that's where we said he came from, and he's not going to be going against the current, is he?
Maybe we're overthinking it.
No.
Yes.
Trust me. I've got a plan.
Okay.
Everyone be afraid. Draken's got a plan.
If we just drift a ship full of explosives into the harbour, you don't. Yeah.
I was thinking something slightly more.
Let's not overcomplicate
expensive.
things. Let's just say the
Yeah.
currents can go do whatever. I'm not going to go that far into currents and
Okay.
stuff. That's going to be overly sort of complicated, I think.
I think it's basically we need to find where's the best point to land undetected. Obviously, assuming the best time would be go to do this at night. Who's going to go, and what we're trying to achieve whilst be there, because obviously we don't want to be going in and attracting all this attention. I think this is basically going to be a recon stroke potential sabotage mission based on what is there and stuff like that.
If we
We
land
need
in
to
the
know where to try.
northwest, do we infiltrate the camp first and search for Taunt, and then come down to the other harbour and do the sabotage and move back, or do we split up to achieve both objectives simultaneously?
I'll say there's likely to be some sort of landing within the northern camp as well, if that makes things sort of more easy for you.
Okay.
We need to know where the Triarch is and where the wife is.
True.
If nothing else, because at that point, if we don't know where the wife is, then someone's brother is likely to go Lobo. If he doesn't feel we're looking in the right place. And we need to know where the Triarch is, because obviously there's an awful lot of shit goes to hell if he gets himself topped while we're trying to do something else.
If we do land and engage a patrol, we could interrogate any survivors.
True.
Bear
I
in
think the
mind
idea is
that
trying.
that sort of stealth is not the
My
greatest
strength.
suit for Galandra or for.
If I take my plate off, is it easier?
The only other thing I
Yeah, you wouldn't be at a disadvantage. You're at disadvantage for stealth rolls if your plate armor on.
Well, again, if you think about this, if we are planning to go as stealth, then the idea would be to go lightly armored.
It's yeah
to
okay.
I'd
Avoid
have to buy a
full
set of
contact.
armor then.
But armor
so
with
again,
a tank without armor in a
Yeah, no,
But, I mean, but that's what I
It's
mean.
alright.
The whole point is not to get caught.
So what-
The only other thing is I do have a spell that increases everybody's stealth roll by 10.
that
Do you
might
have
help.
an idea for the sabotage element?
well, you don't know. Currently, you don't know what's where.
Well, this is the thing, we
You
don't
don't
know
know.
anything.
You don't.
Yeah.
You currently got. You don't know if there's a fleet there. You don't know any of that. You're sort of. You've got potential. You've got potential landing positions. You've got an idea that if there is a fleet there, that could be a good distraction. But you need to find out that information.
My other point is we don't necessarily want to destroy the fleet, because some of those captured ships are full of stuff that was being taken down to the war. So if we can find a way to get that stuff back, that's going to help. Otherwise, if we just go in there and blow it all up, we're actually hurting ourselves as well.
I think for the
You
time
have
being,
no fun.
we
You
need to
have
look
no
at
fun
this
at all.
as a recon and rescue mission.
Yeah, more
We
than
need
a
to work from
sabotage.
knowledge.
Yeah. If the opportunity for sabotage comes up, then we can maybe try and carry it out. But again, I think it's literally trying to stay as quiet as possible. I mean, I assume getting.
But if we
any
don't
captives-
destroy some of the
False
ships,
thoughts.
they're gonna have a means to attack the vessels that are transporting the dignitaries.
And assault Balon itself.
Yeah.
But we need to keep them pointed in the wrong direction is basically what the point of the sabotage is.
The thing is I mean, most of Balon is on cliffs.
Yes.
So
They have a
the
limited number of places to go.
basically they need to, if they are going to attack, it's put the defenses on the cliffs, and they have to work their way up. So
Okay, so what if we use
say-
a recon to find out where they plan to actually attack? And then prepare a defense?
Recon
mean,
wouldn't
the-
give us an
the-
idea where they plan to
the-
attack us. They'll give them where they are. We need, their plans to work out where they want to attack.
Yeah, exactly. So if we're
Personally-
going in, we may as well two birds, one stone it.
like what we were sort of talking about with the delegates, there's a whole load of them, but basically we need to get them onto 3 different land masses. So one's going to be over. Why is that not let me draw that? I'll do freehand. Let me draw freehand. So you're going to have one going over that direction, one going that direction, and one going that direction. So if we blockade there and there.
The second one's going to be a massive blockade.
Yeah, but that one there is a problem.
That's 5,
There's a
10,
lot
15,
to
20,
cover.
25, 30, 35. That's about 40 miles.
Yeah, no. We would be better trying to bait them in one direction, because the eastern and the northern options are shorter. Yeah, the
Yep.
western one is the longest journey.
By far.
If we can get them looking towards the Wizard's Tower in the west, in the east rather, and if we can get the timing right, which will give us enough time to get there and to stir up some shit.
Or
we can
even
hopefully-
we could maybe get rid of. Didn't mean to get rid of that one.
Mm. Well, the thing is, why don't we
Send more over on this one up here, the one to the north,
if we
and
send
then
them north,
they
cut
can
across,
they can get a ferry
Yeah.
across on the river or something like that.
that would make more sense because
So you're getting the shorter,
because that is by far the shortest route coming from Tom.
and as well, then that also means that if you really did need to set up a blockade, then you're sort of setting it up in a sort of
Do
more
we have
narrow.
enough ships for a blockade though?
I doubt it very much at the moment.
Hmm.
Got one.
Not of that length.
You've got one ship, and then whatever you can maybe
Yeah.
find within.
So, Balon has got no navy whatsoever.
Well, you don't know. You've not done any sort of. You've not done any. You don't know what you've got basically at this moment in time. You currently all you know is you've got that one ship that you had. You know there's ships in the port, but you don't know what type of ships, what they are. You know that a lot of ships, especially one of the best ones in this current in the navy, is gone. And then Triarch Taunt took a wedge with them, including transports too. So the Athlon Sommer is the name of your ship, isn't it? The Royal Oak, captained by Captain Vex, is missing with multiple merchant vessels.
Okay.
So
So
Roll me a. How am I going to do this? Give me a history check. Whoever's got your best history check, and
That'll be me.
yeah. Okay. You know that you're aware that during the Civil War, during the secession of Balon from the Kyrilian Empire, that they got blockaded, but they managed to sort of survive because Balon, despite being on these cliffs, has quite fertile land. They were able to sort of kind of sustain themselves. They got fresh water, so you know that is quite a good defensive position. Hence why they were able to hold out. But
it helped that they had all their troops. They had most of their troops there, and not.
Yeah,
elsewhere.
it's good for a defensible position. Obviously, if you've got loads of walls and nobody to man them, then it becomes problematic. Also, you bear in mind that whatever these cultists have planted in the water in this area, they may not need. They may be happy enough for you to sit there and defend, because maybe
Forgot
that.
about that.
Without dropping too many hints, but yeah.
Here's an idea. Assuming the currents work in our favour, rather than sending a ship in, send open barrels of oil and have them float oil into the docks and then drop a match.
Verifiable.
You'd have to do it close by though, surely.
Potato,
Otherwise it'd
potato.
just take a long time. So
Well,
regardless, we've got to sail close to the island.
Yeah.
that's
this is
still
the point.
close. We need a lot of oil, but it could just linger there. Once you
It
put
will
it in,
disperse over time. Wave
water,
action will break it up.
to an extent,
Mm.
but it would just float on the water.
Greenpeace won't be happy.
I was just thinking that.
They won't be around for another 1,000 years or so. It'll be fine.
A slightly more ecologically friendly method will be to float barrels into the harbour. Now, they would look somewhat innocuous, but not,
We could,
Again,
if we sent not just barrels,
I
but
think we're
other
we're
bits.
overthinking this.
Yeah.
I think we need to first. We need to sort of do things in stages. We need to get the information first and go
Yeah.
from there. I mean, there's no point in saying, right, we can float them into the harbor because we don't know the ships are going to be there yet, and we're not going to know the ships unless we can either find information in Balon that tells us exactly where the ships are ported, it's not gonna matter.
Well, that
So
might be
the only way
helpful,
way
but
we can find that out is either if we find out from Templesmith, or if we actually go to the island itself and see where the ships are.
Well, we've got maps now, so
Yeah.
I think we just follow on to the next lead.
In the
Yeah.
roll me another investigation, Thomas.
This is where it all goes wrong.
Okay.
Or not.
In the history books that you're reading relating to Kibarath, you note that within the sort of fortification, within the citadel itself, it had some it had some weapons of note. One being a ship. It was a wall mounted, basically a wall mounted flamethrower.
Oh.
Um,
When you say wall mounted, was it man portable?
it was wall mounted, but could be potentially.
Could we mount it on a ship?
Yeah, could potentially be could potentially be mounted on a ship. It's no longer. It basically says that it and some other magical items were taken to Cragmere after the war.
So Cragmere.
So we're going Cragmere next.
So you got
What was the range on this flamethrower?
the book doesn't sort of go into much detail about the sort of kind of what it just sort of it sort of talks about this sort of ancient weapon of it was an ancient weapon that their ancestors used to use. The technology's been lost.
Can we get an Archimedes death ray as well?
Yeah, potentially, potentially stowed away in Cragmere.
While we're here, and we also have an investigation on naval combat tactics.
Well, before we get on to that,
Just as a note.
yeah, the rumors of the ill creatures and beasts. Does the book go into any more detail on those? What they might be?
Just that the remaining garrison that stayed there would disappear as if dragged into the sea. There is there going to be anything else? Am I going to give that to you or not? Roll me another investigation.
Yes.
Okay. You find you sort of kind of find another book, or a sort of kind of an appendix through the sort of the book you're in, and it sort of kind of mentions creatures with that looked like man had lain with squid.
Mermen.
Yeah, man had laid with squid. With horrible sort of tentacles coming from
the fucking mind flayers
from their face. Which you maybe make the assumption are probably mind flayers.
Got 4. Ah, no pressure then.
Okay, slam that book shut and put it back. You were looking for naval tactics, I believe. Something that didn't have a mind flare in it.
Yeah, there are books. There are multiple books on sort of kind of treaties of war, Kyrelian treaties of naval warfare. I can't even remember what year we're in at the minute. 1495. So 1300 to 1350, and then you got a newer one by Admiral Gallic from 1350 to 1475. You've got like all these sort of different books on naval tactics, which you're more than welcome to read.
Yeah, let's go reading.
Okay. There's no real point of you sort of you're not going to. I get if they'll give you an idea of sort of formations and sort of what to do, but they're not going to help you actually steer a ship.
No, I'll get that.
Any prolonged sort of treatment, you'd have to sort of kind of do some major downtime.
Yeah, mostly what I'll be looking for is sort of tactics and counter tactics. So if I spot a particular formation, I'd know how to form our ship to counter, or if I spot a particular type of ship, I'd know or be able to work out its weaknesses.
Thomas.
Okay.
No, more lieutenant, advising the captain on shoot that one.
Yeah. Okay, well, you can keep the books with you. Just I'll say you've got naval books, and then whenever I sort of we get to that point, I can sort of give you whatever information you need. Naval books on tactics. Okay.
If they look like that, Mike, they wouldn't be anywhere near as scary.
Mutated Squidwards.
Okay, so right. Okay, so you've got that. What's next? Where are you off to? What are you doing?
Smith.
So you're just going to go to the docks then?
Yeah.
Is there anything else that we want to do here? Think, people, is there any other books or anything that might be of help?
Folklore.
Is there? Can we ask the librarian? Is there any books on concealment or stealth tactics?
Books on stealth and roll me. Are you asking the librarian? Sorry.
Lance, can you ask the librarian?
She's not 100% sure. She doesn't know every book that's in the library. It's quite a big place. She sort of points you in a sort of direction. The sort of the how-to section of the library. Where it's got sort of different things and on building stuff and different training and stuff and different things there. You can roll me an investigation.
Yay, let's see how this one goes, shall we?
Memerbs, may I know what's happening? Yeah, we're as Willow says. Yes, Willow says stealth for dummies.
Intense reading.
We're currently doing some serious D&D reading right now to try and get them to rescue some people from Ireland. Okay, so yeah, you don't find anything of any note on that subject.
Bars.
Yep. Sorry about that.
Okay. Anything else?
Would
up
the folklore of the island give any information about it?
Well, the history book would basically it tells you it used to be it was a fortified island, a well fortified island. It had a main citadel, it had a secondary naval camp, and it had a sort of a sort of kind of inlet for where the quay was, where all the sort of kind of the vessels would sort of land. There are sort of mining tunnels underneath where the citadel stuff is. The defenders would use the defenders would use those to sally out and sort of deal with potential threats. Also, there was sort of rumors of artifacts underneath the island. But again, after the artifacts, the other part of the book that says that, you know, obviously the flamethrower and other artifacts were moved to Cragmere.
I don't suppose it gives any indication where in Cragmere. Just
it is, and I don't have the name of it here, because it's on one of my other maps. But I'll point it to you. I've got a name for it on one. Actually,
okay.
wait a minute. Do I have that map? Wait 1 minute, see if I can find it. It's one of the ones. No, that's Balon. That is the areas. Oh, wait a minute. No, that might be it actually. Let me just. Is this it? Yes it is. You're right. Okay, nice. Okay, so it is at it's at potentially at Dry Harbor.
It's in the ruins of right in the west.
The ruins of Dry Harbor.
Okay.
And that you remember that's where your mage friend was.
So, do the books give any indication how long ago they were moved? The reason I'm asking is if the cultists have also got wind of this, they could have gone there and looted it and got them themselves and dragged them back to Kibarath, so we could be on a wild goose chase.
There's no sort of time of the book. After the Civil War was hundreds of years ago, so you don't know.
A while back.
Yeah. Well, they've got to be somewhere, and we at least have a documented record of where they were a while back. Won't hurt to go over there.
Like, it wouldn't have been called the ruins of Dry Harbor; it'd just been called Dry Harbor back then.
Obviously, yeah.
Sorry.
It's about time as much as anything else, though.
It is. That's a long way to go.
Yeah. You know, no offense, but prisoners left alone have more time for things to go wrong.
Still want that flamethrower.
Right.
Go shopping.
Shall we go to find this Temple Smith?
Find Temple Smith. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're off to make a new friend.
Okay, so
I can be of limited use here, but at least I can waggle fingers at him if he gets a bit uppity.
You could be of more use to him.
You could save his life, sort of. Once
Okay.
you've lost it.
Save his answers, at least.
So you so that's definitely everything you're doing then?
I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else.
Okay.
And it's not like the library's going to disappear when we walk out. We can always come back.
Okay. Right, so you make your way to the harbor. It's busy-ish as normal. The harbor master's standing out at the front of his sort of building, shouting at people as they pass by. People are sort of still queuing, asking where sort of, you know, where such and such a shipment is, why can't they leave, and blah blah blah.
Were we given a sort of? Were we just told to use at the harbor?
He just said they just were told that they were to meet a guy called Temple Smith at the harbor at a specific time. I guess you've got a location, sort of one of the another back alley. So you've given a position of a sort of a back alley at a time sort of near dusk to meet this guy for him to provide a ship for you.
Just a thought. These cultists that we followed, were they dressed the same? And would we potentially need to dress like them for Temple Smith to believe that we are the people he's expecting?
I believe they were just cloaked, weren't they?
They were cloaked, yes. Both the same sort of cloaks.
Suppose we can quickly, have we got time to go and nab a cloak or two?
Yeah, you can do that.
Do we
if you
still
want.
have those monks cloaks?
Yeah. So how are you going to bout this? So you're going to have it's another alleyway. It's a similar sort of kind of layout as we had sort of with the cultists in the first place.
Can we approach from multiple angles?
Yeah, so it's like it's a two-way. It's obviously
Yeah.
a straight, and so you can go one way or the other, basically.
If we blockade both entrances, if he spots us, doesn't like the look of us, and tries to run.
Okay. So are you just going to walk up the alley? How are you going to sort of how are you going to go about it?
I was planning to float.
Are you? Let's just say. So let's see if I can. What I'll do is I'll bring up that map that you did with the cultist. Gives you a sort of a visual bearing on. Where is it? In fact, doth I have? We use this one again, maybe. No, not use that one again. Use this one. Alright, okay, we'll just use this. Let's see, it looks like it could be usable. We'll use that. If I can find where I... where are we? Where is it? There it is. What's this one? Oh, and you can't see anything because it's got its
Lighting on.
on. Let me turn off Fog of War. Okay, so let me just draw in. 'Cause I'm not gonna drop you guys in. I'll just sort of drop in. So you were told to sort of meet by this here, this building, at the allotted time. There are obviously 3 ways into that area.
Okay, 2 from each direction then.
Well, so there's 6 of us.
Is there 6? Is there not more than that?
What? No.
So you've got Ciravel, you've got Tharaval, you've got
Well, 7 of
Melandra.
us.
So you've got you 6 plus Ceravel, so yeah, you've got 7 of you. Plus also you've got Gregor as well. Gregor's there too.
Oh, has he followed Galandra?
Yeah, so he follows around.
Was that like a trick question?
Yeah.
You've met Gregor, right?
Aye.
Okay, so
It looks like you're touching up a guy's leg.
He started it. I told you earlier. Right. We're not in the inn anymore. I can change my background. And poke someone else.
To the boobs one again.
To the boobs one. Yeah. If that's what you want, Matt, that's what I'll do. How about that? That'll do.
Right. So, yeah. So you've got that. That's where you're meeting. Where are you positioning? Where do you want to sort of put yourselves then? Just sort of drew marks. I'll not sort of drop in your things because I can't be arsed. Just.
Can I suggest that Tharavel and I and his brother, use stealth and obstruct the western side, because that seems to be one of the larger options.
Well, the thing is, are we here at the time that he's expected to arrive, or are we going to? So basically, are we going to this place expecting him to be there, or we don't know what time he's going to be there at, do we?
Yeah, well, you've gotten a lot of time. You kind of know it's going to be at dusk. And
right.
Yeah.
So we've got a bit of time to wait then, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So basically, I think instead of actually trying to block a place off, we actually need to try and sort of blend in and keep an eye out for when that person arrives, and then block it off.
Okay, so
how about if one of us goes to each area, because we're the ones most likely to be able to blend in, because we're the ones with the best stealth options. And then if the others,
how easy is it to climb the buildings?
without being noticed?
For me, quite easily.
I think, unless you're going to float up there, then you'd have to, what sort of, are you trying to get on top of them to have a lookout or something? You could go in, you could try and go into one of the houses and look out the window, I guess, but you'd have to sort of maybe ask the owners, or unless you just want to sort of impose yourself.
What I'm suggesting is if we are early for the meeting at the allotted time, one of us goes and hides at the top of that tower, on the roof of that tower, below, that's above where they're supposed to meet.
Okay, if you're getting there early, you can check if you want to. So, are you there now? Are you in this area now?
We could actually, from the sounds of it, we could actually go from the other side of the building.
I'm not sure if the tower would be a good idea, because we wouldn't have visibility without skylining ourselves, whoever's up there, of what's happening at the base of it, and that's the spot that we want to observe.
Could you
We
go
would be better off
up on this roof here?
Or the one with the courtyard and the fountain.
Yeah,
There's
that too. Like this bit here.
Yeah, sort of around there. Whereby you have a better view of the open space in front of the tower, which is likely where things are going to occur.
Okay.
As we seeing the elements of surprise, though, just like be at the top of that tower and then jump down.
Do you know what? I might actually get you guys things. Keep on talking amongst yourselves. I'm going to sort of move your characters in.
No, my thought was more to put Tharavel there to keep an eye on things, and also for Overwatch.
What? So Tharavel and his brother on the roofs.
With their bows, and
yeah.
That way, if things go pear-shaped, we have cover. And warning.
Could make sense to put Thomas on a rooftop as well then, because not only is he also there for Overwatch, but he's also out of melee range.
Yeah, squishy.
So there is, and we don't have Galandra.
Do you trust your footing on a roof, though?
Instantly.
It's a good point.
I need to stick in.
I'm going to temporarily move myself down there.
Where's Galandra when she? Where is she?
In a safe place.
There's Galandra, and then Gregor is. Oh, I didn't get to do a sheet for Gregor.
Oops.
He is one of these guys. He's the guy with the glasses. They all look a bit too mean for Gregor. He's not a mean guy yet. He hasn't been sort of tokens.
He hasn't been dragged through bad enough things by us yet.
Yeah, he hasn't seen enough shit yet to sort of be warrant 1,000-yard stare.
I don't know. Doesn't Galandra's list count as not seeing things?
I'm just gonna have to. I'm sure I had. Where are they? Where are they? I know where they'll be. Let's map tokens. Oh, fuck it. I'm just gonna stick. I'm just gonna stick a knight down for Gregor there. Where I was meant to. There he is. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, right, okay. Place yourselves where you want to be and what you want to do.
So what was our actual plan here?
So if we have Thomas and you two in position to overwatch
In fact,
the area and keep an eye on
Gregor
the
right
approaches, so that should we need to arrange for someone to have a sudden unfortunate accident, that can be arranged. And then the rest of us scatter ourselves around. Maybe Galandra keeps an eye on Gregor. So he has a habit of getting himself in trouble. How's that sound? So maybe if Valishal is over to the south, Galandra stays where she is with Gregor, and I'm at north.
bear in mind, right? So, Val and Galandra are wearing heavy plate, so they get disadvantage in any stealth rolls.
Yeah,
so if they're going to
fine,
try and blend in, they're not going to blend in.
But in the country, whatever we do, we can't really hide them. But we need them close enough if things go wrong. Yep. Correct. So if we have,
we need to hide them around corners.
Yeah, if we have them round corners and nearby.
But then we don't know what direction they're coming in either. So.
No, but we can only plan for what we know, right?
Yep.
Would be my approach there, and so Draken then finds himself a good spot, maybe in the corner under Thomas.
Half an hour.
Or is he going to stay on the roof and jump down?
I think stay on the roof and jump down because it'll give them the element of surprise.
Okay, that's cool. So We just
You're
need
going to jump
get
down from the tower, from this really large... You're just going to jump out of the tower and swan dive on top of them?
Play
Yes.
eagle noise from
That'll
Assassin's
learn
Creed.
The last thing they expect.
Okay.
That must be one hell of a bean burrito you had before you jumped up there.
Right, so... Is this where you're going? Are these the positions you're going to be in?
We just need a whiz.
Yeah. Where was I going to go again? I mean, I put myself in the south.
Need
Where
a
do you want me to go?
Caravel as well.
You need to be
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
Ceravel.
bottom of the other alleyway
Yeah.
Okay.
because no one's blocking that alleyway at the moment.
Maybe if
That's it.
Ceravel is on the roof by the tower, just the side of Glandra.
Where is he? I'm gonna give me his thing. There he is.
Caravel.
No, I was thinking the roof by Glandra, where the tower is.
You want Caravel there?
Hasn't he got ranged weapons as well?
So you want them up here?
That was my
Yeah.
thought. He's Knight. He's Batman.
The thing is, where are we putting Galandra and...
Roughly where they are now.
Where they are, yeah.
They're lurking on the corner, trying not to look too suspicious.
Uh,
I know that
It-
Glandra has issues with this.
Would they not be better indoors somewhere? So basically, the way I'm seeing this is the way we're all actually scattered out. Fair enough, the people on the roofs and things like that, but then we've got 3/4 people on the ground in the 3 directions that he can come in at. So say if he comes in from the left-hand side, sees Glandra and what's his name standing there and goes, I don't like the look of this, and then turns around and buggers off. Comes in from the bottom right, sees Val, goes, nope, don't like this, look at this, buggers off. So I'm kind of assuming that we kind of want to be off the street to start off with, to the
Are there
point
any
where
shops nearby?
they can
Yeah,
maybe move
there-
in.
We
you know,
watch
there-
from windows.
There are sort of some
At
like-
least if they're inside in shops, then you've got a bit more. You've got a bit more cover.
yeah, there are some shops and stuff around. I'd say that that square one's a shop. I'd say the one beside that Ceravel's on top of at this moment in time.
And on my end of things, is there a shop or an inn?
Yeah,
Well, you can
the one to your right hand
can-
side's an inn. It's a part of the inn, which is a part of that whole building there with the tower is a part of an inn. That's your left.
Okay, so that one, yeah.
Yep.
So if we say that we're sort of lurking in doorways or by windows,
And what about Val? Is he in
he'll
In
need
a
to step
shop
into-
or
the
Yeah.
shop? So you're in sort of the shop.
Mhm.
I can't move.
And Gregor.
Gregor.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Poor old Gregor, everyone forgets about him.
Yes. Okay. So that's where everybody's going. Does everybody roll me stealth then?
oh dear.
Okay. Given that we are going there ahead of time and have the kind of time in which we can prepare to hide ourselves, would that give us an advantage?
Yeah, I'll give you. Wes won't get a disadvantage. He'll just be.
Oh, so glad I get advantage.
Yeah. Okay. So Wes is on 14. Does somebody roll for Galandra?
Do you want me to just roll again?
Yeah, you can roll from her sheet, can't you?
Oh yeah.
Yes. You see Tharavel fucks up his fucking stealth roll here.
Oh,
So wait,
terrible,
wait.
okay.
Who's so
Tharavol's first one. That was
Cerevel.
from Cerevel, yeah.
Cerevel.
Because you get the +13 to stealth.
Whoops.
Get advantage.
Wow. Yeah.
Never mind.
So we've got.
What did you do?
20.
I left clicked.
We've got 2015. What's Galandra's?
I don't know. I'm not touching it.
87 apparently.
What?
It was like Intel, so I clicked on Intel, and that's what popped up. Description
Right,
87. I was like, okay.
Let me do its thing. Character sheet. That's her. We want that. And we want a stealth roll. Where is her stealth? Stealth.
Look good.
Oh, that's a pretty good stealth roll for a cleric. Alright. She gets disadvantage, but no, she doesn't get any disadvantage because of your preparation, so it's still 21. Okay, so hers is 21. Gregor's will be the same, we'll say. Tharavel, you're on 20. Draken, you're on 15. Cerevel's on 22. Lance, you're on 21. Thomas, you're on 20. And Val, you are on 14. So currently, Val and Draken are the ones with their stealth being slightly less.
I just had this vision of Draken stood on the on a gargoyle on the edge of the tower, trying to look into space.
Yeah.
You know there's the cartoon, isn't there, where brooding no more than 10 minutes, and you have like Spider-Man and Spawn and Batman and everyone all lined up. I just had the impression of him just stood there, saying, "Don't look at me, I'm stealthy."
Okay, so are you just waiting around for people to turn up now? Yeah.
On the lookout for anyone suspicious.
Okay, so as the sort of kind of day comes to an end, you see sort of people starting to leave the area. The shop itself is starting to shut up. It gets slightly darker. The inn sort of is still busy-ish, but not like super busy. You may have to persuade the shop owner to let you stay in there.
Yeah, that's what Galandra's job is, right? She's supposed to.
So do you want to roll for her persuasion to let you stay there? Persuasion. All right, I'll give the advantage on it as well, because okay. So okay. So he sort of bows to the pretty lady who's asking. Soon as she sort of pushes out the Galandra bra a bit, and he says, okay, you can stay, but don't, I'm trusting you not to let anything happen to my shop. And he sort of kind of goes upstairs to his apartment. So as this is happening, you see, people are walking back and forth through the alleyways. Do you want to roll me? Do you want to all roll me perception?
Okay, I'll roll myself first, and then Galandra.
If I use divine sense alongside my
you can have
perception, do I
advantage.
get advantage?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. And I will just take it for purpose. There you go.
Okay.
And it is for sensing danger.
What's this? Have you rolled, Draken?
Yeah, let's do it now.
Perception 15. Okay, so Perception.
Eating mushrooms again.
So perception for Lance is 17. Whereabouts are you, Lance? You are by the shop. Okay.
Second one was Galandra.
Second one is Galandra. Oh wait, is that persuasion? What's the
Further up.
Huh? So you got persuasion and perception.
Persuasion was her,
persuasion was
perception is
Galandra.
me.
Yeah.
So the persuasion was as Galandra.
Yeah.
Then I did a perception for me.
Yeah.
And a perception for Galandra.
Oh, I had the second one down, right? Okay, yeah. Okay, so you notice one of these sort of hooded figures. I'm just gonna put in an arbitrary bandit thing there. You sort of see sort of three of these chaps coming from this area here, and you see, well, that's what you see at the minute. Tharaval.
Tharaval saw them coming 3 hours ago.
So see, Val,
I'm so perceptive I can see through time.
You see, you see the harbor master.
Oh.
Where's the McGubbins? Where is he? It's gonna be this chap. So you see the harbor master sort of walking from the south east there, kind of walking up here. These guys here at the top are sort of kind of milling around, but they're not sort of kind of making any, so they're sort of milling around. The rest of you because you thought your perceptions are all being pretty good, so you see
Beauty.
Can I grab the harbour master as he walks past the shop and pull him inside?
Okay, yeah, so he starts walking past you. Okay, so you're just gonna grab him as he walks past?
Yeah, can Valishul sense the evil if he's permeating it or whatever?
What is it? What's the wording on that, by the way?
It's you can't sense who it is, but the evil like registers on your senses, and the closer you are to it, the worse it is.
As you approached him, if it was becoming more noticeable,
Yeah,
you'd realise.
exactly.
I'm just gonna see, is the sense gonna be because of the cultists or? See, it's gonna be now down to. You don't sense anything from him.
Oh, okay. In that case, Valishul doesn't grab him.
No rapey.
You don't
Yep.
grab the harbour master?
No.
So
It
you're
was only if he sensed the evil as he approached.
right, okay. But bear in mind that if you don't see evil and you know there's cultists around, that he's walking towards them and stuff.
But we still need to know if he's the one that we need to meet, so I've got to wait for him to get to the rendezvous point first.
Okay. Alright, so he starts walking,
Using him as bait.
he starts walking off, and stands underneath the tower. And then I'm gonna start doing some rolls now for stealth detection. So it's gonna be perception rolls, isn't it? So I'm gonna roll. Let's do. Where should be? I'm gonna roll 3, 6, 9, 2, 4. Gonna do these. 5. Okay, so so far nobody has seen you. Actually, I'll do one more. We'll say this is the bottom set. Nope. What was your stealth roll, Val?
14.
That was 15.
Is it?
Was it?
Yeah. 15.
No, I think it wasn't.
It's
Oh,
14.
no, it's 14.
You didn't have advantages. You cancelled
Didn't
that
get
advantage.
Yeah.
Okay,
Got you.
so Draken's was 15.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
So one of the ones on the right hand side. In fact, I'll do it this way. So on a D6, 1, 2, 3. The 15, the 14's the ones on the left. The 3 on the left. The 4, 5, or 6 is the ones on the right. So okay, one of the cultists, as he's sort of walking up the thing, sort of glances at the window that you're sort of peering out of, and sort of kind of nudges some of the other ones beside him, and sort of points his head towards the window.
Should have stood really still and pretended
Yeah, that's
you
what I
were
was
a
going to say.
mannequin.
Like, due to the pale
Like
nature
a
of my
window.
skin, can I
Window
just
display.
pretend to be like a porcelain mannequin in the window?
So they see you. Well, no, they've noticed something in the window.
Is this one of those ones where
A suit of expensive armor.
where you're sneaking across the field and you try to convince the guard you're a tree?
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
tree.
always.
There.
Okay, so we've got one potential spot here. The southern guys on the left, they've not seen anything. These two chaps here on the left and the west don't see anything. And then the 5 at the top. 14. So we'll start from left, right? So 14, 7, 4, 16 will spot Draken, and the 12 will not. So this guy has spotted Draken on top of the tower, or he spotted something on top of the tower. As for the Harbor Master,
He's spotted everything.
he's seen every. Well, no, because he's not. He's not.
I mean-
He's seeing Draken. He's seeing Galandra. He's seeing. He hasn't seen Thomas because he didn't. He did get a nut. He did get a nut 20.
He did.
He's got a crit,
He's
yeah.
seen everybody.
He's seen everybody.
He's seen everybody. Okay. Right. Okay. He sort of. He starts to walk off in. As he sort of gets there, he sort of looks around, and starts to walk off in this direction.
Jacken grabs him.
You're on top of a tower. How are you grabbing him?
Land on him.
Really long arms.
I love the way it's just you're like the equivalent of orcs in 40k. It's just like if I think it can happen. You know, so he's just like I grab him from the tower. You're on top of a tower. You're on top of a tower.
Yeah.
So he sort of starts walking in this direction. The rest of them, so these guys haven't seen it, and so they're sort of making their way this way. These guys are doing this. One of the has noticed something on top of the tower. Again, sort of nudges his mate. So these ones are sort of kind of looking at the tower itself. These ones are starting to move towards the shop window where Val is.
Okay. Can Valashor leave the building, assuming that we've been compromised, and raise his spear and use its light functionality to send a beam into the air to signal to the others that Gig's up?
We've been made. We've been made.
Thundercats. Oh.
Okay, so you're using your spear. You're running out, just using your spear.
Yeah, to use it to send a beam of light into the air, I guess, a signal.
Reckon's gonna swan dive, isn't he?
Okay, so right, okay. Right, okay.
I feel like I've made a bad choice here.
Okay, so roll me roll me, so click your guys, roll me initiative. And then we'll go in order on actions that way about what people want to do. Okay.
Oh, ouch.
Mine's not bro. Is it shift click?
Oh, God.
Oh well.
So that was me. This is Galandra.
Oh, that's new.
Galandra's doing well.
What's Galandra on?
Galandra's 17. I'm 516.
Oh shit. Sorry. What's he get? What's his initiative? Same.
Have those bandits just got on the roof?
No, so they're in the door. So
Cerevel gets a crit. Cerevel.
Cerevel's gonna like shish kebab like 12 of them, isn't he, or something?
Okay. So we've got what of Wes? Val's like yeah. I think it's the highest you've been. Ever.
That is the highest I've got.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anybody else? Is that all he is? Who needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, and then you've got obviously Gregor will go with Galandra. All right. So these guys, their initiative. I'll do it in groups. So this one group up here. Then this group here. And then the last group. 15. So the last group. Okay, so it's Cerevel, Val, Galandra, the southeast group, the southwest group, and then you've got Draken, Tharaval, then the northern group, then Thomas, then Lance. Oh, and sorry, I forgot about I needed to
Arbor Master.
Arbor Master. I've got no thing for him. I'm just gonna roll him on a bandit as well. In fact, we'll do it on. We'll do it on a bandit cat in there. Saves. And then roll his initiative. He's got an 18. So he is third. So it's Cerevel, Val, then the Harbour Master. Okay, so Saravel, he's first. What's he doing? Obviously, if Val's about to step out and stuff, and he's obviously seeing this happening. What's he doing?
Right. So in other words, Val hasn't actually stepped out and done anything yet, but he's obviously seeing your man walking away. Then.
Yeah, he's seeing him walking away. He can see Val has literally just sort of thrown himself up against the wall, realizing that he's being made, and is sort of kind of fingering his spear.
Okay.
They lock you up in some countries for saying things like that.
Let's see. Alright, so I've got that. Cunning action, steady aim, bonus proficiencies. Oh, I forgot I've got assassinate. Right, so I think he's basically going to. So he can sort of see that Val's going to step out. So he's going to move to the top of the roof. And he's going to start attacking these 3 down the bottom right-hand side.
I'm going to be a bandit. Or a cultist.
Yeah. So, what have I got? Right, so I get sneak attack. Oh, hold on. As a bonus action, you give yourself advantage on your next attack roll in the current turn. You can use this bonus action only if you haven't moved. Yes, I did move.
Yep.
Aha! There we go. I forgot about assassinate. You have advantage on your attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet. In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit.
Okay.
Okay, so does he have? I think he's just got the 2 attacks. He doesn't have the worldly glamour, primal awareness. Yeah, so he's only going to get the 2 attacks. Where is his? Oh, he's going to cast Hunter's Mark on the front one. I don't know what. Oh, I see. I know what that's done. That's done the
It's damage.
Yeah, so the bottom one is the actual Hunter's Mark is the 4, so the 16 it's for sneak attack. I think it's because I've got the wee sneak attack thing.
Okay.
For some reason, it's I can see what it's doing now. Okay, what's Dreadful Strikes? What's that? Oh, it's psychic. Oh yeah, you can be with psychic power as well. Let me just double check something here. Where is it? Can't see it. Fighting style, spellcasting, archery, primal awareness. Dreadful Strikes. You can augment your weapon strikes with mind scarring magic drawn from the gloomy hollows with the Feywild. When you hit a creature with a weapon, you can deal an extra 1d4 of psychic damage to the target, which can take this extra damage only once per turn. Extra damage increases 1d6 when you reach 11th. Okay, right, so yeah, so it's going to be Hunter's Mark on the attack. So it's going to be Hunter's Mark, sneak attack, and Dreadful Strikes. Ooh, this could be interesting. Okay, so on the first one, where is his weapons? He doesn't seem to have a bow, longbow. He doesn't seem to have a bow to actually attack with.
Is he not? Is it not in his inventory?
It's in his item. It's in his item thing, but it's not actually in the.
Bear with me 1 minute. Let me. So character sheet, longbow. It does. If
Oh shit! Sorry, it does. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm being stupid. Right. Okay. Okay. So he gets 2 attacks. A lot of damage dice.
Okay, so first one hits and takes down the first cultist.
Can you actually see the damage there it's doing for
19 psychic.
You have to highlight it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I couldn't see it. It's come up where mine's coming up black.
Right, so first
Okay,
one's
Night
so-
mode, yeah.
Then he will attack on the second one, so he doesn't get sneak attack or dreadful strikes.
He gets advantage though, doesn't he?
Yeah, because it's they're crits as well.
Yeah, so that second one has killed the second guy.
I think that's all he can do for the time being. He gets the two attacks.
Okay, Val, you're up.
Okay. Kind of want to prioritize neutralizing the Harbour Master, like rendering him unconscious. Can I do that? Yeah, if I just take him out and just prioritize.
Do you want to? Yeah.
All right. So
So you bunt him with the blunt end
Yeah.
spear instead of the sharp end.
whack him with the blunt end. Give him a bonk.
Hit him with the unpointy end.
Okay, so you've hit 26. You get +2, or is that damage included with your +2? Oh, you've got the +2 on there. That's a really bad roll. 1d6 +1.
I've got another attack just in case, so I'll roll that as well. Oh, that's just fucking hell. Crit
To be
fail.
fair.
So you critically failed. So the first one, why are you only getting what's that work? So you've got your temporary stat increase. You've got
1d6
you've got
plus-
how is that?
Plus 2 mod.
That doesn't look right. So the 2 is the modification.
Let me just check your spear here, Berth. 1 minute. So it's 1d6 +3 piercing. It should be plus 1d6 +3 piercing. Attack. Range 10 feet. Damage 1d6 plus strength +2. Yeah, so it's damage is 1d6 plus strength +2.
You only rolled a 1.
But is it not two
I've
times
only
your modifier?
Hmm.
So that's just doing 2 times 1. So what's the modifier?
1.
Yeah, then it's going to be 2 then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So it's just a bad roll. All right. Okay. So you hit him and it sort of it stumbles him back. Are you going to do like?
If I use Thunderous Smite and he hits an object behind him,
Yeah. I
does
suppose-
that do additional damage?
Yeah, that could do additional
Okay.
damage. Yeah.
Right, and then I cast Thunderous Smite along with it then.
Smite thee with thunder.
Even that's only a 4. Blimey.
Yeah. It sort of knocks him back a bit. And he sort of kind of looks at you. With shock as you sort of kind of this armored man sort of comes out and sort of attacks him. What's he gonna do?
This is what happens when you pull your punches with.
Willow says
Yeah.
thunderous static shock.
Just give him a little, make his hair stand on end.
Yeah, it's like you turned up and rubbed him with a balloon. Okay. So, what's he gonna do? You're sort of standing in his way. He sort of starts moving the other direction. 1, 2, 3.
I've engaged him.
Oh, you're
So
engaged.
if he
aren't you?
tries to disengage, I
Wait.
get a free hit on him.
He can't disengage as his action. So he can disengage as his action if he's not doing that, which means no attacks of opportunity, as long as he doesn't attack you. So he's going to disengage, and he's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
This is where we get dragon from above.
Right, so he sort of starts moving. He starts going over in that direction. It is now Galandra. And
Galandra gonna bitch slap him?
Galandra and Gregor.
There's one thing I'm concerned about. They may have initiative rolls, but they might not actually be cultists. That was my concern. Anyway, I hope I've not given Matt ideas. And we've just committed murder or something.
We haven't killed anyone yet.
Cerebel's killed 2 people already. There was no who are these people, it's just...
Stink.
They started it.
Can I roll perception?
We started it.
Oh gosh.
I'll take my honour points. I'm sorry, Father.
You haven't killed anybody yet, so you're not being dishonourable.
Okay, yeah, true.
You did just assault a random passerby, though.
He started
I believe that he was
Fortunately, he
aiding
didn't.
the
We
dark
did.
forces.
Father!
Oh dear.
Okay, so what's Galandra doing?
I vote Galandra's going to try and knock down the Harbour Master with the power of the Galandra bar.
Okay, so she sort of kind of charges out and tries to tackle him then, so just want to roll for him. Roll for her.
Okay, so strength?
Yeah, roll me a strength.
Or do you want to go with athletics?
No, just give me a strength.
With advantage?
Yeah, because he doesn't know she's there, yeah. No, he does know she's there because he got a high perception, he's seen everybody. So no.
He's seen everybody, so he's trying to look in all different directions at once. And the Galandra just comes herring out of a doorway.
I'll
Plus,
let
he
you
just
roll.
gets slapped around.
I'll let you roll it again.
Slightly better.
Okay, so his
In acrobatics to dodge.
Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, he sort of she latches onto him, and has him held. Gregor sort of kind of comes out to sort of kind of help. Okay, it is now the Southern Bandits. The last one, seeing his mates being he opens up his mouth and starts to scream.
I feel better about that now.
Because he's screaming. He didn't specify.
It's gonna be that kind of scream. I know what it's. Unless he's just screaming.
Okay.
Horror.
So you're Ceravel and Val. You need to give me a Constitution.
Don't fail me now, rolls.
Asking for trouble.
Oh dear.
Ceravel is down, and
I'm not gonna roll off the roof, is he?
Val is fine. Ceravel, yeah. Oh, is he on top of the roof? Is that where he was?
Yeah, look where he is.
Okay. Do you want to give me a Oh, he's down. He's just gonna fall and take damage. I think. I don't think there's any way of sort of if he's just been knocked off. He's just.
Can I catch him if I use my wings?
It's
Hold on.
Sequence.
it's not you're not in sequence.
Be your hero, baby.
So
Okay.
he
With
Right.
his reaction count, because because effectively it's an attack on Ceravel, or is it too
Yeah.
far away?
Who's this? Sorry.
Doesn't Valishal as the tank have a
Well,
reaction? If one
Yeah,
of
he has to be
Too
within.
far away.
Yeah, it'll be,
5
Yeah,
feet.
that's-
Yeah.
Wasn't sure on the
Does,
range that was
does Thomas get a reaction even though it's not his go in combat yet?
So who's next? That and then
Bandit.
Bandit and Draken. No, you're too far down the list to sort of be.
It's worth a try.
Okay, no. So Saravel, he basically falls down and falls off the roof. He gets 19 damage.
Ow.
And is currently unconscious on the ground. So he is on 19 off, yeah, so he takes 19. Okay. So it is after that we've got next set. The next set, this guy sort of advances towards Galandra and Gregor. This guy does the same. They attack. Actually, no, they don't. So he screams. This guy screams. So I need a Constitution for Thomas, for Galandra, and then I'll just, well, if Galandra passes, I'll say Gregor passes and stuff. So,
Oof.
Galandra's down, and Thomas
He's going off the edge.
is going
No,
off.
no, look at where I am.
He'll roll in the trough, won't he?
Exactly. I'll roll down a little bit, but I'm not falling off no roofs. I deliberately put myself there for
Depends
that
which
reason.
way you fall, backwards or forwards.
Backwards.
Yeah, okay, so you sort of
Well,
kind of fall yourself down
I'm,
there.
I'm hunkered down anyway, so I would have to leap up to fall forwards.
Okay, so that's that. So she sort of goes unconscious and leaves the harbour master, basically. So she's unconscious, Gregor's unconscious, Thomas is unconscious. Who's next? Draken, you're next.
Okay, Jack can just a hero leap, a superhero jump on.
All right,
onto the
I
pavement.
need. Yeah, all right. How that is going? That's a
Into-
tar.
Okay,
that-
age.
That's a
Okay.
tar. You're going to take damage.
Dragon's going to fall off the tower without actually being unconscious.
All right,
Then he's going to leap, do a controlled leap, basically into rage, and then do a
all right.
superhero.
Give me an
landing.
Give me an acrobatics,
I'm going to take falling damage at the harbour master.
and then you're going to take. So give me an acrobatics, and then you're going to take damage.
It'd be athletics instead.
No, acrobatics. Because you're
Okay.
being at something dexterous.
Okay, then does that count as a saving throw?
I just roll acrobatics.
Okay, so
you trip and fall off the tar. You're prone, and you take. Oh, yeah, I only take 2 damage, so you're all right.
1 damage because I said it was in rage.
Yeah, so you're here, but you're on the floor. You're prone. You don't take much damage because you got a thick skull, but you're
I was going to say,
you're
landed on his face then.
you're kicking 1 damage. Okay, you're down. Tharaval, you're good.
So,
Attacks the ground like
see-
a Scotsman.
These bandits, where are they? Are they in the building or what? What's happening? Are they just
No, they're
around it?
sort of kind of around it. Sorry, yeah.
Okay. So,
Oh god. Pincushion time.
if that's the case, I'm going to put my newfound weapon to good use with my unlimited ammunition.
Unlimited damage? Oh yeah, sorry, unlimited. Yeah.
So I'm going to use the boon on this, enchanted for unlimited magic ammo. It also has a boon of being able to cast a lightning arrow spell if a roll of a 1 to a 5 spell can't be recast until the following dawn, as it's dusk. So basically, it means I can technically cast it now, and even if I don't roll, I can still get it the next day anyway. So, but so I'm going to cast lightning arrow with my attacks. I'm going to fire it at the
Middle one.
This one here.
Okay.
Let's just check. Yeah, that'll do. So lightning arrow. The weapon's ammunition for itself is a throw. It transforms into a bolt of lightning. Make the attack roll as normal. The target takes 4d8 lightning damage on a hit, or half as much damage on a miss instead of the weapon's normal damage. Whether you hit or miss, each creature within 10 feet of the target must take a dexterity saving throw. Each of these creatures takes a 2d8 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. Plus, so let's see. This might take a bit here.
Can you only is that only once? Can you usually use that once, or is it? Can you just shoot?
I can. No, that's just the one. I said I agreed that the boon was basically I can use it for one attack.
Yeah. Okay.
And then basically, unless if I want to use it again, if I get a 6, I can use it again. But it's
okay.
Other than that, I have to wait until the next day. So it's basically one attack.
Shot, yeah.
Or sorry, well it says, where is it? Sorry, the next time you make a ranged weapon attack during the spell's duration, the weapon's ammunition. So it's basically it's for this full attack. So if I've got 3 attacks, like 3, because it's a duration of 1 minute.
Okay.
So it'll only be for my first attack, and then unless I roll a 6.
Okay.
So let's add in sneak attack, dread ambusher, hunter's mark. Where's my flippin' bow? There we go. So get dread ambusher. I don't know why this. Every time I keep on clicking on this, it keeps on telling me the input value. I don't know why it's doing it. Anyway. Ooh. So that's we got 13 plus 11 plus, so it's a hit.
So
that means
you got one dead guy.
Yep. So he's very dead because he gets 4d8 damage on him, and that means everybody within 10 feet has to take 2d8 lightning damage. So I'll do 2d8.
Okay. Is it on a hit? So it is.
So right, take off sneak attack, take off dread ambusher.
Within 10 inches, is it? So this guy as well.
10 feet, yeah.
10 feet.
Sorry, I actually just realized I had the thing there for it anyway. Second attack, so we'll go for the injured guy on the top right.
Okay. Nice. Hits. So he's dead.
And then, so it'll be to the bottom left and to the right. They have to take 2d8.
So he's dead. And he is. Alright, do the 2d8. Sorry. Roll the dead.
Yeah, shit, sorry. 2d8. 2d8. Ugh.
So that one guy's dead. This guy is not. Okay.
Looks like one of them's remaining. And then just my last attack on the guy in the top right. And you.
It's another dead one. Dunk, dunk.
And the other guy will be fine because he's outside range.
Okay.
And then if I, just out of interest, I'll roll my d6 to see if I get to use it before the day's out, but I doubt it. Nope.
Okay. So is this bandit, advances and starts to scream. Roll me Constitution. Draken and Lance and Tharavel. Lance is down. Tharavel is down. You're on the roof, so you need to roll me. Draken is fine.
And I just fall off.
Yeah, you fall off, and
Draken gives him the finger.
you get 8 damage? Take 8 damage. So you're right there. Oh crap. And you're prone. Well, I suppose you're incapacitated anyway and stuff. Okay, so Lance, what did you get? You're down. All right, so Bandit Thomas, you are. It's your go, so you can roll me a Constitution to try and wake up.
You are more than awake.
You are up and about, and with the crit, you can take an action as well.
He popped his head when he hit the roof, didn't he?
Right. Okay. So centered on the Harbour Master, I'm going to cast Slow. So that will hit.
You get to select the creatures as well.
All of them cultists.
Okay.
I assume I can't see that geezer there.
No.
I can see him though. Oh no, it won't reach him. Just them ones.
Okay.
That's not enough.
So all of that lot are now slowed.
Okay. Right, the probs, that's fine. Lance, you can roll me a Constitution to see if you're back up or not.
Let's have a roll on mine, not on
that would help.
ships.
You are not. Okay.
Comfortable to sat at a table in the tavern. What do you expect?
Ciravel, he needs to roll a Constitution to see if he gets up or not. He is up.
Oh, I feel really sorry for that cultist when he finishes with him.
Right. He's up.
It's going to be that cultist. He doesn't get an action though, does he?
No, he's up, but he doesn't get an action. It is now Val. You weren't knocked out, were you? So no. you can sort of do something.
Can I run through the shop to get to the other street across the way?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
All right. So I'll use run movement to get over here, and yeah, I can't do anything else.
Okay. Okay. So the Harbour Master, sort of gets himself in between these guys here. Galandra is unconscious. Somebody want to roll for her, see if she gets up.
Constitution?
Yep. She's up.
Yeah, she springs.
She's up. It wasn't a crit, was it? No, it's not. She's just up. And things up. Gregor's up. The last bandit advances towards, or the last cultist advances towards Ciravel and attacks him. Let's go do some. Because no, he's missed. He's missed. That's that. Second set of bandits. This one goes for Gregor. It does hit Gregor, and it does 3 damage on him. I haven't got a damage thing for him, but I'll just say... What's Scalandra on? Let's see, he's going to be... What's he going to be on? I don't know. So I will just say he's taking 3 damage. So not. Okay, so that's that. The other guy hits at... The other 2 hit at Val. Right.
And none of them hit.
No hits.
No.
Okay. That's fine. Draken, do you want to get up?
Draken gets up.
Yeah.
Back to the top turnbuckle and tries again.
Bounce back to the top of the tower and jumps off. No, Draken gets up and okay, and basically he's going to basically just charge into the bandit.
Okay. Do you want to roll an attack then?
Yep.
Call it a fall. Draken calls it a warm up.
You didn't tell me what your thing was, by the way.
Sorry, I told you yesterday that it was going to be we call it the
light one.
Not preferred enemy. It's going to be the
Radiant light.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, so only 7 damage. Why is that only 7 damage? 1d12 plus 4. Oh, you got a 2. Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And then hit again.
Okay, yeah. Roll again then?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, he's dead.
That's better.
That's a dead. That's a dead.
Yes.
Okay, he's down.
So he lined the nail up and just pounded it, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's down. Tharval, you're up. You need to roll. See if you get up or not. You are not up.
Oh, hang on a second, Matt. I can make another melee attack due to being a great weapon master.
Yeah, you're not in range of anybody though, are you?
Could I continue forward and get into?
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2. Well, actually, how does that work? Is it because you move, attack, and move again, and then attack? I think all your attacks need to be in one go, don't they? I don't think you can move, attack, then move and attack.
That would be multi-action. That would be way more actions. Than...
Yeah. I don't think so. I think
okay.
No. Yeah. Okay. Other bandit. So there's one left. He is going to attack Tharval on the ground. Where's his freaking thing? Misses him when he's on the ground. I need to put harder enemies down. So no, that's fine. It is now Thomas.
Okay.
I forgot about these guys. These guys are gonna move up to surround Val.
Okay, I think I'm going to chuck magic missile at this guy behind the bot. See where Valishal is?
Yeah.
The guy in the bottom left behind him.
Okay.
So in the southwest corner.
Okay.
Oh, that.
So that's going to do 12 damage.
That's one dead.
Whew,
Good.
that was close. Oh crap! I didn't realise how surrounded I was.
He's
Thankfully, I
got
did.
back on now.
okay. So he's gone. It's Lance, your go. Do you want to roll your Constitution? You are not.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here and it's comfortable.
Ceravel is up. I'm assuming he's just going to out and out smush this guy.
Yep. So he's going to use his rapier. He's going to use. Wrong one. Hunter's Mark and Dreadful Strikes. He doesn't have a rapier. He's got a short sword. Still.
Need to give him some sort of magical weapon. He hits, and he squishes that guy. That's dead. Does he want to carry on his move?
Let's see. He's got move 35. Oh, does he have 35? Is it? I'm pretty sure he does.
he
Yes,
was,
he
yeah.
does.
Same as me.
So
So he's up to look after his brother then.
Always.
and then can I still use my second attack then? My multi attack?
No, because you can't attack,
Okay.
move, then attack. I think it's got to be
Okay.
it. You can move, attack, then move
Attack.
again, but you can't go move, attack. Move, attack,
Attack.
move, attack. Yeah.
Move attack.
Is it my go?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna attack the guy on the left. Oopsie daisy.
It's. Let's see, that is a D1d6 plus 1 strength. What? Okay, that's. He should be getting more damage, surely.
I think it's because it's based off of my strength modifier. So
Yeah, use your
I've
strength.
only got a 1.
Ah, right, that's probably what it is. Right, because you're not. Yeah, so you need to increase your strength, don't you? That's what it is. Okay, so which one are you going for? Sorry.
The one on the left.
Okay, so he is down to that.
Okay. I'm
Again?
gonna add an additional Thunderous Smite on that one, which knocks him back 10 feet anyway.
He's dead with that damage.
Okay.
So he's
And
gone.
then can I use my extra attack on the guy to my right?
You can, yep. Okay, that's a hit. That guy takes that.
And I'll do another Thunderous Smite as well. Oh, no.
You critted that. You failed, crit failed, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but is that not just for damage though, is it not?
Well, it's damage, isn't it? Yeah, it's thunder damage.
Yeah.
3 thunder damage. Yeah, you're right. So it's fine. Okay. So you do 3 damage on him.
Did he grin and have little sparks across his
He sort of
teeth?
knocks him back a bit. But he's sort of
Yeah,
there. Okay. I'm not bothered with the DC save or anything.
that's fine.
Okay. It is now the bandit. Sorry, the what's his call it? He
Master?
Harbor Master. He starts to sort of kind of take himself off here.
Punk you are.
Half speed, by the way.
Yeah, you only move 3 anyway.
Okay.
Valandra's next. Assuming she's going to go up and spank this guy.
Yeah, why not? So what have we got here?
Huthway's Bane.
Both
So
ways.
let's give her. So let's enable Divine Strike. Is that a power or is it just a?
I'm just gonna, because he's only got a couple of hit points left. I'm gonna just say he's down and stuff. Saves saves time. So he's down. She can sort of carry on moving. I'm guessing she's gonna sort of try and charge after him.
Yeah.
Okay. That bandit is dead.
One sec.
That
What does she have for bonus actions? Just see. That's not going to happen.
okay.
Sorry, I was just looking at one particular thing and it was like, maybe not.
Okay.
How about
Atlantic-
guiding bolt on him?
She's already attacked and moved.
Yeah, that's the point. I'm just trying to see if it's a bonus action or an attack. That was all.
Okay, this guy's going to attack Val from behind. He gets 22.
Or not.
Oh no.
So 22. So he does 5 damage to you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's just a flesh wound.
It is a flesh wound. Yeah. Need to start throwing in have better. Well, I see. I don't want to throw in really like random monsters in a sort of kind of civilized place. I kind of want it to be a bit more sort of. Okay. Right. So that's that. It is Draken's go.
We're going to charge into the cult leader.
Oh,
And
God.
he's basically going to just jump on him. Not going to kill him, just basically just jump on it and just land on him.
Okay.
And just pin him down.
Roll me a strength then.
Okay, because Dragon's invade, all strength tests are done as an advantage.
Okay. Wow. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not even gonna roll against that. Well, actually, if I get a crit, I'll save. I'm sorry, but nope. So yeah, you lunge onto him. You jump on him. You hear this sort of yelp as you sort of kind of land on top of him. As you're doing this, the last cultist sort of turned to sort of kind of run away. You can try and. So I'm going to say Cerevel and Tharvel are going to deal with theirs pretty easily. You can attack the last cultist if you want.
He
Well,
can't run
speed
very
at him.
fast anyway.
Yeah.
For a spear at I'm holding down the cult leader for a spear, the harbour master for a spear at him. That doable?
At who?
Well,
No, it's Val because he's running away. The
Val's
other
like-
guy, sorry, Val can attack to see if he finishes him off before he runs off.
What, the bandit?
Yeah, the bandit.
Jogging away.
well, if he's going to leave, he gets an attack of opportunity, doesn't he?
Yeah, so that's what he's doing. He's getting attacked.
Yeah.
Come on, don't fail me now. I did.
You can have advantage because he's running away. That's a crit. So you get 7 damage. You're going to do any additional damage to it?
Yeah, why not? I'll throw in my last thunderous smite.
And that is him dead.
Nice.
I don't even see the number for that one.
7.
Oh, okay.
7.
Yeah.
7. Okay, so that's it. So all the cultists are down, and the harbor master is currently whimpering underneath Draken, who's snarling on top of him.
Okay.
Kill him!
No. I was going to cut to the chase.
Zone of truth him.
Or
Intimidate.
just intimidate the crap out of him.
I can also use Zone of Truth to make sure
Talk.
I answer truthfully.
And
So what are you saying to him?
talk.
What do you want to know?
What are you doing with the cult?
I can't even remember what accent I give this guy. He says to you that he was he owed a lot of money, and he was being blackmailed, and the only way he could sort of get rid of his debts was to help these men out.
Templesmith, where is he?
I'm Templesmith.
Right. Who do you report to?
He says he reports to and he sort of kind of shakingly points his finger to one of the corpses on the southern part of the map. The guy basically just below Val.
Oops.
Thomas.
I'm on it.
Okay.
I'm not here.
Yeah, just go get a pint.
I'm gonna talk to the harbour master. I don't know what happens behind me.
I don't know if willingly walking off so bad things can happen. It's sort of,
To be fair, Val doesn't actually know what Thomas can do. All he knows is that Thomas does.
Want to raise
so
the
this is
dead.
basically like the A-team sort of thing going on, where they're all like, trying to trick him into doing other things. So yeah, okay, we'll do it like Mr. T, not getting on a plane, but obviously
Having special milk.
with Val not doing sort of like ignoring stuff that he probably doesn't want to ignore. So
Okay, can I?
Draken leads Val away. Let's.
Where is the harbour master now? He's sort of
he's on the left hand side there. Draken's sort of standing on top of him, basically.
Okay. Can I cast Zone of Truth on the harbour master?
You can indeed, yeah.
Oops, that's the wrong button.
Zone
And,
crit deception in 15 feet. Guards against sphere until the spell ends. Creature that enters the spell's area for the first turn starts in turn must make a charisma saving throw. Or it fails, so the creature can't speak a deliberate lie while a
Does that
radius.
include Draken?
It recludes everyone in the radius.
Yes, anybody in the radius can't lie now. You can't lie. Start asking him really personal questions.
That's what I was thinking afterwards. I was gonna
like just ask
if
him.
the zone was invisible, I'd have it that every time anyone came to breakfast, Valashur would have that spell there. So what did you dream about last night?
Oh, brilliant.
You don't want to ask Draken that because you might find out because it'll ruin your appetite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, what are you asking him?
I'm gonna say. Okay, yeah, go on.
Thomas just calls out to Draken and says, "Just in case," and throws the helm of comprehend languages at him.
Catches it and good thinking.
Okay.
And Valashur says to Draken, "Feel free to question him now."
Okay, basically, how did they approach him?
Well, he just says
What was
that
the one
he had a lot of gambling debts. He got into a lot of sort of trouble with money. He was going to basically be killed by by Greybeard and his lads. But these chaps basically offered him money to pay off those debts, or said they could make the debts with Greybeard disappear. And he was to provide them with transport.
Where to?
Kibarath.
Okay, that's not giving us any more information, really.
Whereabouts on Kibarath? Where is the harbour? Where is the dock? Like, how do you?
He doesn't know. All he knows is all he was to do was provide a boat for them and passage out of the harbour.
Shit.
How many boats? How many were transported?
He says that this initial group was to go with their leader, is now dead. And there was one other group to meet. They were the mates.
When where?
When they're being told about what boat they were getting. The second group would meet the next morning at first tide.
Anything else, Carl?
No, I zoned out a little bit then. I missed what Matt said, to be honest.
Basically, first tide, there's a second group of them that are going to basically await transport to Kibarath from whatever boat Smith brings them.
What's the likelihood that we can stow away on the boat and travel alongside them?
He seems to... he says to you, he's not sure. It's not a massive boat, but you could potentially, hide. Though he sort of kind of looks at your armor and stuff and says, though, I'm not sure if you're going to be overly, you're going to be quite conspicuous.
It's something I'm getting comfortable dealing with.
Yeah, he says that obviously, he sort of kind of starts going. So I can help, though. I can help. I could do. I just just don't do anything. Don't I can do whatever you need me to do.
Okay, Valashul places his hand upon his shoulder and heals him of any wounds he obtained during the scuffle. And says, I sense you're not a bad man and acting more out of desperation, but you can redeem yourself by helping us. How can you help? What do you know? Anything you have?
He says that he has sort of boats. He has a sort of, he knows of a boat that is potentially dangerous, and that obviously anybody who was on that boat might meet an unfortunate end when it sinks.
Explain.
It's one of the boats that was meant to be repaired. It hasn't. It's got a like a fractured bulkhead. And he says that with with a little bit more pressure, that's going to go, and the ship will go down with anybody on board.
Okay. And so we could put them all on that ship and just they have an accident.
Pretty much, that's what he's saying. You could do that. He says, he has other ships. If you want to get to Kibarath, he has some small sloops that he can sort of requisition for you if you want. It's completely up to you. He says he also has the no, actually, he's not going to have that and stuff. Actually, ignore me. Okay. All right. So yeah, he says he can either give you a sloop of some sort to sort of a fastest ship. If you were, if you want one, just let him know. Or and this other group of cultists, he can make them meet a watery end.
That would effectively get rid of them, but we need information, not bodies. We need more information. We need to know what to do. We need to know.
Well, you can. What's up to you? He's just giving you the options there. That's sort of what he says he can do. So he can provide you with. He says there's not a lot of ships left, but he says he's at your disposal. Now, if there's anything you need, he's willing to help. And he's not lying because he's under, obviously, this sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Right, okay, yeah, I think we've got something to work on here. Yeah. Any more questions? Well,
I have no more questions.
Okay.
Can he find out? Oh, I can't ask questions because I'm not there. Or can we just all ask questions?
Yeah,
or...
you'd say you walk up to it.
Can he find out where the what part of the island the other group are headed for?
Where the other group where they were meant to land. He says he says that some of them were carrying he saw some of them sort of pawing over maps and things, so they may have items on them that he says you could search the bodies and see if there's any items.
If Thomas performs his little ritual close to the zone of truth, will the spirit have to speak the truth too?
What does this say? Your creature's zone guards against deception.
If you've cast it and the thing's dead.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't say it's cast against a living thing though.
It just says whatever creature has to tell the truth, right?
An affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions in which it would normally respond with a lie. Such a creature can be evasive.
Oh, we're gonna get a Pinocchio scene.
No. I have a plan.
Well, I know where he's not.
Tharavol, I understand from past experience you can disguise yourself in any way you wish. Perhaps you could disguise yourself as one of the cultists, and as long as you are all he sees, you can have a frank and open conversation.
This is true. If I can.
Or a cloak and just make sure that he doesn't see the back of it.
So what are we doing here?
I think you're. Are you? And is Val going to be around when you do this?
Val's gonna escort the harbour master.
I think Val's not. I reckon Val needs to be persuaded. I reckon if you're going to do stuff like this and you don't want him to see it, I think you're going to have to do some sort of roll to persuade him.
See, I don't know. With the cultists, it's different. Like I don't know. In my mind,
I know, but he's raising the dead though.
I'm not raising as such. I'm just bestowing it with a facsimile of life
from a realm.
Draken's going to persuade Val that we need to kind of question this prisoner more, and we can do this better in a more conducive arena rather than surrounded by dead bodies.
Galandra's better at persuading.
Oh, Galandra.
Okay, roll persuasion with Galandra then.
Advantage from Draken.
Persuasion.
Okay, roll me a counter on that.
Counter persuasion.
Yeah. No. You're right. Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, all right.
What booze? Okay, then.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
What is with my rolls tonight? Everything's been a crit fail.
Mine have been pretty
No.
dire as well.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Sure. Yep. Right. Sure. Okay. So he sort of kind of wanders off with Draken. So what are you doing then, Thomas?
Right, so if we prop this chap against the wall and position him so that he can only see Tharavel.
Right.
Tharavel disguise himself as one of the cultists.
Yeah.
Pop the Helm of Comprehend Languages on just in case. And then keeping way out of... as far out of reach as I can, bearing in mind the spell range is 10 foot.
You create an alive intelligent corpse of your choice within range following the answer to the question you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and can only dead. Spell fails, the corpse was a target. The spell within the last 10 days. Only what you need in light. Oh, so we've done this one before, haven't we? Okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So, yeah. So, does the corpse know he's a corpse?
It's meta.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Does he?
The corpse knows only what it knew in life.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, so it opens it. He opens his eyes. He's like, "What happened?" As he sort of looks at Tharavel.
Okay, so
Oh, but is Faravel under the spell of truth as well, though?
Yes.
Oh, so
Oh,
you
no, this
Wait, no,
depends
you are
where.
telling the truth.
Right, so it's within 15 feet.
No,
Where did
because your zone of truth is on concentration. So if you cancel
Oh, so we're no longer in it.
if you've wandered off and stopped concentrating.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, the corpse will recognise Tharavel as one of his own, and therefore won't perceive him as a threat.
True. Okay.
So if I'm doing that,
Disguise self. Right. So I've got to roll a DC 14.
With disadvantage because he's dead.
All right. So yeah. So 3. So yeah. He thinks you're one of his mates. So question away.
Oh, so is this me supposed to be asking him questions, or is this?
Yes, because he's sort of only
We've
seeing...
positioned him so that he can only see you. I suppose we should have
right,
kind of agreed some questions in advance, but really, obviously, what we want to know is where their ultimate destination was.
Yep.
What can he tell us about fortifications and well, just kind of.
Okay, so
I've forgotten a few things. Can you remind me?
What port were we supposed to meet at on the island?
He says that it was supposed to be... Where were they? It was in the northern camp. The northern camp.
That's where we were supposed to meet.
Yeah.
So it's 5 questions, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 1. Let me think. That's where we're supposed to meet.
That was so that you were... So they...
But you did ask what port we were heading to.
Yeah.
So that's the northern one. So we know we've got a destination at least.
Right. Let me think about this. Need to think of questions where it gives a definitive answer. What port are the rest of the fleet at?
He looks at you sort of strangely, and he's like, "Why don't you know this, brother? You were there as well. did something happen to you too?
I had a bang on the head. My memory is a little hazy.
See if he believes you or not.
Did I roll deception?
Yeah, roll deception.
Do that. That doesn't look good.
Awesome. All right. Okay. So yeah, he obviously dead. Okay, and he's like, our masters built a fleet in the main port.
Main port.
Basically, the one in the east.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Let me think. What else? Prisoners.
Did the plan? No, I can't say anything. Sorry.
Are we aware of any weak points on the island that could be taken advantage of?
He's confused why you want to know this.
Well, if we're to defend if we are to defend ourselves properly, we need to remedy these weaknesses.
It is not for us to understand these things. It is for our masters. We do. They tell us we do.
Okay. How many questions is that? 3?
That's 3.
Okay.
Bugger, it's meta if I ask, isn't it?
Yeah, see, I'm trying to, yeah. What was to become of the female captive?
You ask many strange questions, brother. Why do you need to know these things?
In case there is a potential rescue attempt to defend against it.
Roll deception. Yeah, he's not going to. Nope, alright. Okay. He's like, she is held in the main citadel, a toy of our masters, a sacrifice to our lord.
Okay. And what of the Triarch Taunt? Is he to be sacrificed to?
He will be used as a. What else are you gonna do? His men will be used as a sacrifice to the great lord himself. Triarch Taunt will be used as bait to those who try to sink our plans.
That's my 5 questions then, isn't it?
Yeah.
As you sort of ask the last question, his eyes sort of dim and he falls down dead again.
Are we assuming that everybody else heard that, or?
Yeah. Well, I am, because I've just written it all down. So.
Since we have Mr. Memory there, we're good.
Yeah. Tharavel turns to Saravel with concerned, happy eyes that his wife is still alive, but concerned for his wife.
Well, sacrifice is never encouraging.
Nope.
Should we call it?
Yeah, let's get incredible.
Aye.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Nice one. You've got notes then. Try and get a bit more done. I'll say in downtime, but we'll see. Whatever happens, I guess. And we've got a little bit more to go on now and stuff, though. We didn't really. I suppose there's more questions to be asked about numbers and whereabouts of boats and things like other boats and stuff like that. But yes, okay. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much for the watchers today and all the questions and stuff. That's been great. Willow, you've been great. Thank you very much. For me, I've been Matt Gray. With me has been Michael Tharaval.
Hi, everyone.
Wes is Valshil Nostius.
No, guys.
Dave is Thomas Moonstar.
Even death is no escape from interrogation.
Mark
Or
is
the
Lance.
And all I want.
And Pete as Dragon.
Good night, everyone, and take care of each other.
Night.
See you.
Bye.